Hello, hi, welcome back to my course on enhancing soft skills and personality. This is week number 7, unit number 1, and lesson number 31. I'm going to introduce a very relevant concept in contemporary times which determines so much about your personality. So, that is health. So, we call this uh, module as health and personality. Before we start looking at how health is connected to personality and soft skills, let's take a quick look at the highlights of the last lesson. In the last lesson, we discussed about the ways in which you can create wealth and manage money. I emphasized the point that wealth is not just acquired by inheritance or luck, but mostly through grit and hard work. Then I went ahead and provided some hands on tips on how to be thrifty and manage one's money. I encouraged you to inculcate the habit of keeping accounts of money by maintaining a balance sheet or using any apps on your mobile to track how you have spent money under various categories. At the same time, I cautioned you to be very clear about your need and greed, because need is something that can be satisfied, but greed is something that can never be satisfied. And I also continue to discuss with you about the ways in which wealth can be acquired through fair and honest means, and insisted that one should acquire wealth first before having any intention of spending it. And in this regard, I said, if at all you are buying something, you should buy only things of very high value, in the sense that without which you will not be able to survive. It should be really indispensable as part of your costumes or part of your house management. So, without it, if you cannot survive, then you go and buy that, and then don't go or don't give in to impulsive purchases. Think twice before you buy. When in confusion, you just quit the place. Again, in that sense, I focused on the metaphysical concept of wealth and recommended you to have a detached attachment towards wealth while ensuring simultaneously that you nurture human values and acquire things that money cannot buy. Such an awareness will come to you if you understand the transient nature of wealth. In order to demonstrate the transient nature of wealth, I gave you a small story about a person who had the ring from his father that indicated even this will pass away, and he looked at it at a very crucial moment when he lost all his money, and then he recuperated from that kind of disaster. Wealth is not just about earning money, but it is more about generating resources through the people around by maintaining an excellent emotional network. Wealth finally will follow you if you stay indispensable in whatever chosen field and execute your work with utmost devotion and perfection in mind. Last but not the least, a point that I made at the beginning of the previous lesson is that living healthily will ensure that you live wealthily too. Now, this module and the next one is going to focus on how you can live a healthy life and why you should live a healthy life and how it is relevant in contemporary times. The first basic question that you might have is, how can I link soft skills and personality with health? How are soft skills, health and personality related? Now, if you look at certain human qualities like pleasant smile, enchanting smile, attractive smile, firm handshake, okay, confidence in voice, genuineness in eyes, etc., which connote a personality as pleasant or cheerful, friendly, confident, concerned, caring, helpful, they are all determined by the health condition of a person. Minor indispositions like minor illness such as headaches, stomach upsets, body pain, to major diseases like ulcer and terminal diseases like cancer will rob of the liveliness and enthusiasm from any person. Although degrees and certificates can take one to the interview, it's the body language that creates a lasting impression. We had discussed enough about the impact of nonverbal communication in the previous lectures. So, you may take a quick look at that, particularly the ones related to interviews, where about even 93% of the impression that is actually created is mostly because of the body language. So, the degrees and certificates can take you to that table in which the interview is getting conducted, but the major positive impressions are formed by a subconscious assessment of the candidate's health. What does it mean? Actually, the people who are interviewing, subconsciously they are just trying to take cues about your sound health. Okay. So, if their mind is telling that you will not fit in terms of health, so the mind will automatically start finding reasons for rejecting you. Apart from ensuring that the candidate is technically qualified, employers would like to ensure that the candidate is healthy enough to withstand tough job conditions. Will you be able to stand in the site for a long time? So, do you have the stamina? In some cases, fitness as such may be an overt or covert requirements in some jobs. Like overtly they will say we need this kind of person, this height, this structure, this eye power, and this kind of ability to work in this area, ability to travel for long hours and all that. In certain cases they don't tell you this, so it's covered, it's hidden. And for instance, let's say if a job requires lot of running around, the employer may naturally prefer a slim person over an obese one. So, the employer obviously knows the obese person literally cannot run around, do things, or will feel tired and feel exhausted, or will not have the speed of a slim person. A slim person can obviously move faster than the one who is obese. Now, these things they may not tell, okay, but they gather this kind of information in their subconscious mind, and they find excuses for rejecting you through your paper qualifications, which they don't state overtly, but then the actual reason may be because of your health conditions. So, you have to be very careful. And conversely, the other thing is also true. Maybe there is some weakness in your certificate or degree, but you look very healthy. So, you look very healthy, handsome or beautiful, attractive and charming, and they need some dynamic person like you. So, they can overlook some of the limitations in your CV because of your health. So, it can work positively in fetching you a good job, it can work negatively in deterring you to get a very good job. So, both are possible. In general, healthy and fit individuals generally get shortlisted for higher positions, they get promoted faster, and especially the ones that demand leadership qualities, they actually look for healthy individuals. Reason, the leader needs to be healthy, only then the leader can inspire the followers. Again, to continue with the link between soft skills, health and personality, the preference of healthy individuals goes with the assumption that they are disciplined, hardworking, controlled, balanced and are aware of what is good and bad for them. So, without discipline, they would not get up early in the morning. Without discipline, they will not be able to go to gym or go to the stadium and do some exercise. Without control, they will not be able to stop some of their bad habits. Without balance, so they know like how they can utilize the time for recreation, how they should spend the time in work. So, when to sleep and when to work. So, this kind of balance and knowing what is really good and bad in terms of diet, in terms of any healthy habits. So, that goes without saying as far as a preference for the healthy individuals are concerned. Also, healthy individuals are perceived to be more reliable and dependable than people who are prone to illness. This is again surprising, but if you look from the factual angle, you will realize that it should be true. For instance, a major event can be reliably planned with a healthy person, because you know that this person will get up in time, reach the office in time, and he will not fall sick at the last moment. So, somebody who is ill and you know the person is ill, you cannot rely on the person so much, because at the crucial moment this person can face an acute stomach pain or some other pain and owing to which you get the news that the person has to be admitted in hospital, and the event cannot be managed successfully effectively without this person, and the entire program suffers. So the reputation of the company or the one who organized the event goes down. So that's why people want to rely on healthy individuals. If you take the perspective of the employers, again you will find that they are not wrong. Employers' mindset is like any normal human being who wants to invest in something that has durability and guarantee. So when you buy something, and especially when you buy an expensive thing, you want to know how durable it will be and what kind of guarantee is there. Is there a money back guarantee? Is there a complete replacement guarantee? And if they try to repair the things, will they repair it properly? So you just want to know, based on the guarantee you rely on the product. And just like the way employers mindset also works in that manner, that they just want to get some assurance that this person is healthy and he will never falter, so I can bet on this one in terms of reliability. Unhealthy people, on the other hand, look like an unguaranteed product, and very few takers will be willing to take any risk associated with them. So why would someone buy something when they say that, oh, this is just use and throw, but very expensive, so though no repair, no guarantee? Now why would somebody take that? And the same way, why would an employer hire someone who is likely to be a major source of problem, trouble, and then instead of being an asset, so this person is going to be a liability? So why would an employer go for this kind of person? So health actually goes with reliability. Companies, organizations are careful about choosing people with healthy habits, because unhealthy habits can cost them a fortune, as in some of the following cases that I am giving you. Look at these cases. The first one, a chain smoker getting detected for cancer suddenly, owing to which all the projects associated with the person come to a halt, and the organization pays huge compensation for aborted projects due to the untimely demise of its employee. And then so much money is also spent on the medical bills of this person. Think about this kind of situation. Look at the next one, a high ranked official killing himself and killing others due to reckless driving. And why the recklessness came? It was induced by sleeplessness and chronic depression. He was careless, so he didn't bother about what was coming before. Completely reckless, he hit some truck or something, he killed himself, killed the people who went along with him. So how can they rely on this kind of person? Again, a representative of a company in a heavily drunken state, misbehaving with a significant client and damaging the company's reputation and incurring huge loss for it. So in all fairness, why should someone employ such people? And given a choice, why won't they go for healthy people? Why should they go for this kind of sick people who are totally unreliable, and then they are going to cause huge damage for the company? So why should they go for these people? Linking health with reliability, employers assess you in terms of dependability in desperate situations, such as if somebody snatches your briefcase with important documents, cash or valuables, will you have the strength and stamina to run after the person and catch him and recover the briefcase? And do you even have the guts to run after? The guts will come only when you know that you are strong enough to chase the person and get the briefcase back from this person. A terrorist, let's say, has captured your office and has been shooting bullets indiscriminately. But if you run fast, you can escape the bullets. Will you be able to run fast enough to escape the bullets? Or you walk so slow and then you get caught and you get killed? A heavy suitcase filled with secret documents and valuables ought to be physically carried from one place to another. You cannot even rely on a coolie to carry the suitcase for you. will you be able to carry it effortlessly? Because if you carry it effortlessly, it shows that you are strong, and especially without palpitating or sweating profusely. You cannot give it to Kohli because of the unreliability. In case he takes it and runs away, so you will like lose so many valuables and secret documents, so which are worth, let's say, crores of rupees. So the company again needs to rely on you on these counts, but all of them are highly dependent on your health condition. Now the common excuse that we hear is no time for health. Now if you look at the irony of the situation, we usually repair our gadgets, whether it is mobile or laptop or a camera, and we can spend so much time on that. We service our vehicles and then maintain them in good condition, but we generally tend to avoid giving time for body maintenance. The human body is just like any other machine, and the body also functions like any machine, and it will be forced to collapse if it is not taken care of minor ailments and given treatment then and there and in time. Regular time, even 45 minutes in a day spent for body maintenance will drastically reduce the time one may have to spend in hospitals for months together. It's like a trade-off. Would you like to spend that 45 minutes now, or you will spend 45 days at a stretch in the hospital to recuperate your lost vitality? Many people think that time is money, but rather it is health that is money. Sound health gives you sufficient time to enjoy your hard earned money, and one might have developed necessary skill set for achieving something big in one's life, like one works very hard and then has a very highly admirable goal set, and then towards that direction, towards achieving that, one has achieved, developed a lot of skills. But without the required energy and vitality from the body, all the skills achieved will go waste, because the goal itself will remain forever an unfulfilled dream. Because you need strength, you need energy, you need vitality, without which you cannot even execute your day-to-day activity. And to achieve something so big, you need to push yourself and then go beyond the day-to-day activity. You need more vitality and strength. Let's ask some quick questions before I wind up this one, in which I am trying to convince you as how our own skills in terms of developing our personality is closely related to health. And some of our normal habits, which we generally think are harmless, actually determine our health condition also. So certain things are related to the way you eat. How do you eat? Are you relaxed and happy while having your food? If you say yes, you will be really healthy. But if you say no, I don't have time, I cannot relax. And then do you have time to munch, chew your food, or you just gulp it and then drink some water? Water is still good, but some people just use Coke or some soft drinks, and then they gulp some fast food and they drink it. So if you are that kind, obviously you know that you are actually leading yourself towards a very unhealthy lifestyle in terms of health. And are you stressed, and do you eat in a hurry because you are stressed? Or you don't pay enough attention to what you eat, you don't even know what's going into your mouth, you don't enjoy just putting something inside, and you don't mind skipping breakfast or lunch. Now these are all danger symptoms, okay, and you are on the road to really unhealthy lifestyle. And while eating, do you eat a well balanced food containing fruits, vegetables, pulses and cereals in equal proportion? Or you just eat only rice 90%, sometimes one vegetable or no vegetable and no fruits at all. So obviously it's not a balanced food that you are consuming. Do you feel hungry at odd hours? So night 3 o'clock you feel hungry and gulp some junk food to quench it. You have not balanced your food habits. And then do you smoke, drink liquor or drink plenty of coffee without taking food, that is in empty stomach. So lunch you are not able to go in time, so you drink again coffee, and then this can lead to other problems related to gastric troubles, related to acidity, causing lot of inflammation to the stomach and all that. But initially you just don't bother, thinking that you want to finish some job at hand very quickly. Now in terms of fitness, just use this as a checklist to know how fit are you. Do you feel heaviness and pain in the chest or the shoulder? So it might indicate that you have a weak heart. And same thing with the next few questions. Do you become breathless while climbing stairs? Even some people, after climbing 2-3 steps, they palpitate so much, so they are not able to climb stairs, and especially when the lift is not working, will you be able to climb that? Do you feel some weakness or numbness in any part of your body? Okay. The upper part, lower part. And then is your headache, is it persisting? So it's all the time, 24/7 it's there. Are you catching cold and getting fever frequently? This means, is your immunity weak? Do you catch any contagious disease immediately? So anything that comes around during the season. So conjunctivitis, you are the first one to get it. Some seasonal cough, you will get it first. Some fever. So some kind of sickness that comes, you will get it first. So that again indicates your immunity system is very low. Is your vision getting blurred? So day by day is something happening to your vision. Could it be related to diabetes? Could it be related to cataract? What is happening? And do you feel giddy and vomit often? This again could be related to so many factors which you've been ignoring. Things related to heart, things related to stomach, and other things related to your normal fitness, your blood circulation, your ability for your heart to pump enough blood to go to your brain. And then questions like this will come. Does your mind go blank suddenly, just for a moment? There are people who will tell that for a moment they didn't know what's happening, and then the mind went completely blank. So is it happening to you? While giving a talk or while you are in a conversation, do you face sudden loss of words? Suddenly you don't know what to talk, no word, and mind is not helping you. Do you pause and get distracted and are not able to track the previous flow of thought? So you, like while talking you paused and then you thought of something and you are not able to connect to the previous line of thought. And then other question like do you feel loss of appetite? Suddenly you feel like not eating anything. So this could be related to lungs and other organs of the body. And do you find it difficult to swallow something? So normally you are able to eat, but now you are finding it difficult. And do you suffer from pain or irritation in your abdomen, especially the upper part? And then is your bowel habit alternating between constipation and diarrhea? So either it is too tight or it is too loose, and then it's happening so frequently. And do you feel a burning sensation while passing urine? This actually means you are drinking less water, and then but it could also be a very unhealthy condition. The other thing is related to sudden fluctuations in your body in terms of weight. Are you losing or gaining weight suddenly? Could be related to thyroid, could be related to other factors, other hormonal imbalances. And it's an injury taking time to get healed. So you get some small injury, but it's taking time to get healed. So why is it so? Now these things actually indicate that if it is happening, you are not that fit, or as you could be, you are not making yourself that fit. Let me conclude this with this thought. You just think it over. It's a very interesting thought from Andrew Weil. He says, you can't afford to get sick and you can't depend on the present healthcare system to keep you well. So mind you, you cannot afford to get sick. If you get sick, the world will appear to be so cruel, so insensitive, so brutal, so unsupportive to you. It will cause a lot of mental stress and even depression. But on the other hand, you can't depend on the present healthcare system to keep you well. So, like today you are not able to identify whether the kind of medical support you are getting is genuine or fake, whether a disease that has been diagnosed is the right one, or should you take a second opinion, whether money is just been extracted from you for nothing or genuine care is given to you. So you cannot really rely on the kind of system that is prevailing, but the suggestion given is it's up to you to protect and maintain your body's innate capacity for health and healing by making the right choices in how you live. The body has an innate capacity to maintain its own health care if only you make the right choices in terms of how you live, in terms of what you eat, what you do, how you move yourself, how you maintain your body. If you are able to make the right choices, so then you will be actually helping the body to take care of itself. There is no need to go to the hospital at all. In the next lesson, let's look at how you can make this right choices, and then you will be able to maintain health and healing by relying on the innate capacity of your own body. Just as a very quick suggestion, there are two interesting books that you can try to read. One is by R.H. Dastur. The title of the book is Are You Killing Yourself, Mr. Executive? It's published way back in 1980. I'm not sure whether there are new copies available, but if you can get it, it's a complete analysis of all symptoms and what diseases you might be getting and how you can actually heal by a natural way. The other one by Tom Nicoli, Thinking Thin, is just about how you can actually reduce your weight, but not by putting so much stress on your body, but by tuning your mind. And she sort of suggests you to use a kind of self hypnosis technique by which you can alter the mind that can help you to alter your body. So both are interesting books in terms of maintaining your health. So let's continue with this healthy thought on maintaining your health, and by that you will be developing and enhancing your personality and soft skills. So wish you that you have a very healthy lifestyle, and thank you so much for watching this video. Have a nice day.